Alright guys and gals, in this video I'm going to show you 4 projects that I'm working on, and I'm also going to show you guys how to install Highways and Byways parking lot graphics. If you're interested, watch this video. Hello and welcome to BNSS 6951, a Vinny Vid Productions video. Hi, I'm Vinny and I will be your host. The content you'll find on this channel would be layout run obsessions, layout updates, tips, tricks, and techniques on scratch builds, kit builds, and kit bashing, how-tos, live streams, and some rail fanning. Then please consider to hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, please hit that bell. This way you'll get notified every time I do an upload video or a scratch build or a live stream. Finally, if you can give me one of those, I would really appreciate it because that would help my analytics with YouTube. If you enjoy all of this stuff, then let's get on with this video. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to start this update video with the Oxnard Travel Center. As you can see, pretty much all the buildings, all the structures for this are pretty much done. All the roofs are done except for the one in the middle here. I got the 2 long pieces, I just need to do the 2 end pieces, and that roof will be done. The roofs for this one and the one on the other side need to get done also. These are the 2 interior walls. Now what's taking me so long on this kit, and the reason why you see this white right here, is because I've been doing a re-brick, so to speak. And what I mean by that is when I first started putting this together, I started using a brick that I thought would be nice for the build. When I showed it to Roy, he was not happy with it, so I had to do a complete re-brick on a lot of these structures. So when you see the white, that means that still needs to get done with more brick. Let me move the camera over a little bit. Now, in one of the pictures that I have, it shows that the clearance here was 16 feet, so I went ahead and adjusted that to 16 feet. And as you can see, all the roofs are in place, including the clock tower, and the clock tower is primed right now. It'll be getting the green color as all the rest of the roofs will be. Anyhow, with all that being said on this build, let's go ahead and get on to the next build. We'll be right back. Alright guys, the next project I'm going to have going on here, this will be a separate video by itself also, is my cooling tower for my ethanol plant. Now this is the basic shape that I'm going to be using. Now down here are going to be intake vents that John Tangillo is going to do for me. These are the cooler fans that John had already done for me. What I like about these is that I can pop these out and paint all the parts separately. So John, you did a real good job on these. I really like them. Yeah, so this will be another project that will be coming up. Come on, get in there. There you go. And these will be up here, like so. This will be the foundation for it to sit on. This would be the bottom piece over here. And some of the pictures that I looked at had a stairwell similar to this. Now I built this for my cement plant, but being that the cement plant is still in progress, I'm going to go ahead and steal this and use it on this building and put it on the side like that. Anyhow, that's for future videos. Let's get on with the rest of this one. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now. Alright guys, what's up next is going to be the diner build that I started on my live stream on June 10th with 5 other people. And this is the point that I'm at right now. The building is pretty much complete except for doors and windows. But what you see I have done here, to get a different color on the trim around the windows, I don't have a steady enough hand to do that after the building is painted. So what I did was I masked everything off on the window trim on all the parts that need to get that. So basically all I got to do now is just get this a spritz with paint and we'll be done. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do mine a bit differently from what the plans call for, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a minute. Get this bag open. Alright. This is the roof that came with the kit. I want to do my own roof to make my building stand out from the rest of the other 5 guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this metal corrugated siding as roof material. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and measure that and see what the sizes are. And then I'll go ahead and cut it. And while I'm cutting the roof out, I'll take this out to my garage and give it a spritz of paint. I'm not 100% sure what color I'm going to do yet. I did a test on the original one that I had one of these, and it's like a really dark red. I don't know if I want to do that or not. We'll see. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and take some measurements right here. And we're going to use the scale rule. All right, this roof is, from outside to outside, is 52. 52. So I'm going to go a 1 foot overhang on both sides. So that would make it 52, 53, 54. So we'll go 54. Oops. 54 by, that is 3 separate roofs on here, guys. And this one's going to be 15, so I'll add an extra 16, 17 by 17. And the second one would be, let's see, let's do the length first. The length is 41, so we'll make it 43 by 21. We'll go 21. And then finally, this little guy, he's going to be, let's see, we got 10, so we'll go 12 by, I think it's pretty much square. I think that's going to be like 15. No, it's 11, 12, 13, so we'll go by 13. Alright, so I got my 3 sizes for these roofs, and I'm going to go ahead and take this out to my garage in the meanwhile, and I'm going to spray it up with some paint. And like I said, I'm not too sure of the color yet. I don't know. Should I do it BNSF colors? Maybe. Yellow and orange? I don't know, because I do have a sign that I need to do also. I don't know. We'll see, because the roof will definitely get like a either a gray or a aluminum type paint color. Anyhow, I'm going to take this out to my garage and paint it, and we'll see where we go from there. So stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly. Alright, guys. While the, oops, sorry about that. Trying to get this microphone in a better position so you guys can hear me while I do this. Anyhow, I'm going to be using the roofing material that I'm doing on Roy's build, because I think it's called metal roofing. So the first piece I'm going to cut out is the 17-foot 54 by 17. So we're going to do the 17, and that is 17 right there. And with the 17 down on this side. I think for me this is going to give it a little bit more character for what I'm looking for, the type of building I'm looking for. That's why I'm changing the roof on it. I just want it to be my own. And so, now that we have those two, we'll line him up right there and right there. I use my grid on my cutting pad a lot, guys, to make sure I get square, straight cuts. So what I'll do is I'll line up one side with the line here, and then I'll line up another one on this side here. And then what I'll do is my mark, I'll put it on one of the lines also. And then I'll adjust my ruler to go from the line up here to the line down here, and I should have a square cut. Should have. Operative word right there. Okay, so here we go. I should be cutting this on the other side. It would be a lot easier to cut it on the other side, but we'll go ahead and do it this way. Now I'm not going to show you a fit on the building right now because the building I have was the first one that I did, and it's already painted to the color I want to do it. I don't want to show you guys that color right now. So what we need to do now is make sure that this is 17 all the way across. So we got 17 right on the head, and this one is 17 right on the head. All right, now we need to have our 54. All right, get him lined up on the end. 54 right here. All right. Now, usually I wouldn't need to have a knife because I just follow the groove, so let's see if that'll work. All right, there's one roof. We're going to go ahead and cut the rest of them out, and by that time the paint should be dry, and then we can peel off the tape and see if my little trick worked as far as getting the window trim to be a white color, and we'll see how it goes from there. Anyhow, we'll move on to the second one here, and the second one would be 43 by 21. This piece right here, 43 by 21. We'll do the 43. One, 2, 3. Of course, it would have to be right in between. We'll just do the whole thing, make it a little bit bigger. And then we want 21. 21. Okay, same principle again. When I cut this out, I'll line him up with my mark at 21 on one of the lines. And this side is square and the bottom is square. So when I cut this, it should be a square piece of plastic. So again, I'll line up down here and my line here, and go ahead and cut. Alright. And again, I should just be able to follow the grooves in the plastic. Alright, that's the second piece. And now for our final piece, I think this piece right here might be enough to do it. We need to have 12 by 13. $10, $11, $12. Now we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Alright, and then we need 13 this way. 11, 12, 13. And 13 here. Alright, this is the third and final roof for this one. So we'll go ahead and cut this guy out. And I should be able to follow the groove here. Just a little word of advice: when you cut something that's this small, well, first of all, I want to line it up like I did the others. Line them up on a line. Line them up back here. Line them up here. He appears to be a little bit off in the back. Let's see if we can get him a little bit more square in the back. I might have to trim that back piece down. We'll see. And what I was saying is, put your ruler on here, and because it's such a small piece, it's most likely going to move on you. So you can clamp it down with clamps if you want. But my suggestion is just take your index finger and push down as hard as you can, and then with your thumb and third finger hold down the ruler, and then first cut nice and slow, nice and soft, so it doesn't move on you, and just keep doing it until you feel it getting into the plastic, and voila, there you go. And there's my third roof. Alright, so we're going to call this one good for now, and we'll see it in a little while after I paint the roof. And with the color of the building, we'll see how it looks. So stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, as you can see, the diner is taking one step closer to being completed. The tape deal did work, almost. You can see a little bit of a mess up back here in the corner. See if I can point that out. Right back here in the corner. But other than that, I think that trim came out really nice. And the color I used for this diner is called this Colonial Red. I don't have anything that color on my layout, so I thought I'd paint that color. So now, to get this a little closer to being done, I'm going to go ahead and add the roof parts. And so here's the first roof part. I'm not going to glue these down yet because I still need to put the glazing in here. But I just want to give you an idea of what this is going to look like with the roofs on there. And there you go. That's the Cuz's restaurant. I think that looks pretty good. I'll put my sign up in here. I'll put a couple details on the roof, and I need to put my stairs and a couple of doors in yet, and the glazing. But other than that, this kit I'm going to call about 90% complete. Anyhow, let's move on to the next deal. I'll be right back. This Vinny Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technologies has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees! I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the Cuz sent you. Alright guys, as we move on to the next project is the gas station. I want to make all these kits at least presentable to be on my layouts. They may not be 100% complete, but at least they will be presentable while they're on my layout. Anyhow, what I'm going to do here is, since I do my roads with plastic, I need to have a curb. So I am going to add this piece of plastic to the bottom of the sidewalk kit that they give you in the gas station kit, just to give me this little bit of a curb that I need here alongside the road. Anyhow, with all that being said, what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use this Loctite spray adhesive, and this is number 200. It's supposed to be pretty strong, so we'll see how it's going to work. I don't think I'm going to be doing that in here in this room, because this is a bedroom really. I don't really know where I'm going to do this. I might wind up doing it back in here, I'm not sure. Anyhow, let me think about where I'm going to do this, but what we need to do now is to cut this piece out and adhere it to the bottom of these sidewalk pieces that you see there. Anyhow, let me get on with that, and we will be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, before I actually glue all of these parts down to that sub frame, I need to glue in all the windows and doors. So that's what we're going to do now. And I'm probably going to do a time lapse on it because I don't want this video to be too long. We still have one other project to get to. And what I'm trying to do is just get these projects close enough that they look okay on the layout until I get time to actually finish them. So anyhow, let's go ahead and do this. We'll start with this main door right here. And you put a little bit of glue down there. Alright. Alright guys, I decided also before I put this guy onto the sub road bed, or substructure I should say, I'm going to go ahead and install these bollards. I call them, excuse me, I call them crash posts, but the real name is bollards. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them off of here. I painted them with I forgot what color paint this is and what company it is, but anyhow, you gotta watch it when you cut these off, but they will jump. If you cut one and they both come off, you gotta make sure which side you cut off too, because one side is closer to the top, and that's what you want. You don't want to see any miscolor in there. These are going to be fun to do. And there's some that go around the gas pumps also. And I did find out a little something here as I was putting this kit together, even though there's no instructions, like I said to you guys way earlier in this build, that these guys right here, I think, let's see if I can get this up here. I think those guys, remember I told you guys that they gave you excessive amount of gas pumps? Well, these gas pumps are sitting on a little bit of a platform, and I think that's what these guys are. So when I get a little bit of time, I'm going to investigate and see if these actually are the same size as the ones that are built into that, and then we'll go from there and see if they if I can add the extra pumps, because I think that the pumps on one side is just not very prototypical. I mean, most gas stations have pumps on both sides of the stanchion. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's just here in Arizona, I don't know. Anyhow, I'm going to finish cutting these out. And again, this will be a time lapse. Now you got to watch when you cut these because they do have little dealies that you stick in these holes that are here. Alright. Make sure that that's in there, right? This guy looks like he needs to go down a little bit. Alright. Now that these are all cut out, I'm going to go ahead and install them. So here we go. Alright guys, unfortunately I thought I was recording putting these bollards in place, but apparently I wasn't. So anyhow, that is the finished product. You can see all those bollards are in there. The windows and doors are all in place. So I can actually go ahead and start gluing this down to the sub foundation for this gas station. Anyhow, I am going to go ahead and glue this down like I said, then I will bring you back when this part is done. In the meanwhile, I will show you the third project, or the fourth project that I'm going to be working on, and it's also for my layout. So stay tuned and we will be back shortly. Alright guys, we're going to continue on with this build in the gas station here. First of all, I want to let you know that the color that I use for the concrete is this tester's color, and it is light aircraft gray. I believe it makes a really good concrete color. That's my opinion. Others may disagree, and that's okay. You may have your own color. Anyhow, you know that we went out and we actually, oops, back to oops, the other way. We went ahead and we glued everything down, so it's all on that white piece of plastic that we cut earlier. Now you may be wondering what we're doing here. Well, the next step for us to do, or for me to do, is to start putting some parking spots on here. And how am I going to do that? I am going to do that with Highways and Byways. Where is their envelope? Highways and Byways parking lot set. I'm going to show you what's in this kit, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to use this kit. What's in this kit is your white stripes, your yellow stripes, your red stripes, and then you have where you got fire lane, no parking, tow-away zone, and all of that kind of good stuff which goes with the red striping. Then you also have all your other graphics, arrows and enter here and stop and all of that kind of good stuff. And then finally, the best thing about this is he said that he was never going to do this, but he finally did do it. I guess he got a lot of demand for it. But handicap. Now the good thing about these things, guys, they're all peel and stick. So right now, I guess you can see that I have these two spots right here. Those are going to be handicap parking. And what I'm going to do first is paint it white, so the blue will show up and the white will show through the wheelchair. Anyhow, let's get started with that. I'm just using apple barrel white paint and just a regular old paintbrush. Now I could do this, I could mask everything off and do this with a white spray paint, but I don't want to go through all that trouble. And I'm just going to use what's in the cap. And we're just going to go ahead and paint. And also what I did do is I did re-groove all the expansion joints. I mentioned at the beginning of this video that I was probably going to show you more than one of these kit builds today. I don't think so. I think I'm going to make this a standalone video on this gas station because there's still a lot more stuff I need to do on it. Alright, we'll let that dry out for a couple minutes. And then we will start doing what we have to do. This kit is pretty good, except for not having the instructions. It's a pretty nice kit, actually. I do need to install the glazing. And I'm also thinking about doing this with that spray tint that I have. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but I'm going to give it a try anyhow. But that's going to be a little bit later on. I think it's going to be a really nice kit when it gets done. If you guys need a gas station, I mean, it was spendy. It was like $50 something, but it's got a lot of detail in it actually. I just need to figure out how. I did look at those other pieces I told you about earlier, and they don't look like they are for what I said they might be for. So when we get ready to stripe this, we're going to do yellow stripe, yellow stripe, yellow stripe, and yellow stripe, and that'll define the handicap with the insignia in the middle, and then the rest will all be white spots. And I just might put some along the side here. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So right now, I'm just going to wait for that to dry up. So while we're waiting for it to dry, I'm going to take a break, and we'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, and we are back, and now we're going to continue on doing the parking spots here. As you can see, I already started on this side right here, and I had these marked out at about 8 foot in between. That might be enough, that might not be enough, I don't know. But anyhow, we're going to do the handicapped insignias. And let me see if we can get a little bit closer here. The other way, Vincent. There you go, right there. Now, these again are peel and stick. And let's see, where are my tweezers? Right here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and peel that off. Just like that. And I don't know. Try and eyeball the middle and put him in place. Got yellow paint on my fingers. Alright, and we're going to do one more of those. This is really cool, guys. I mean, this is N scale. Alright, and here we go. This next one. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but you can get these Highway and Byways kits direct from Highways and Byways, or you can get it from Yankee Dabbler. If you get it from Yankee Dabbler, you get a discount. Alright, I'm a little off on this one. I could pick it up again. Let me see if I can pick it up and move it over just a little bit. I need to move it over to the left just a little bit. See, that's the good thing about these guys is you could actually pick them up and use them twice. I have not tried to use them more than twice. Let's see here. That looks about center. There we go. Alright. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put my yellow stripes in there, my yellow lines, I should say. Back this out a bit. Alright, here's my yellow stripes. My handicap stuff on out of the way so it won't get hurt. Alright, so I usually just use my knife, pick it up on the corner, just like that, and bend it back a little bit, put my finger under to hold it, and I'll grab it with my tweezers. Now, I grab my tweezers just to pull it off the paper, but I wind up using it in my hand most of the time. But let's see if we can get this one down. Alright guys, so there you go. All parking spotted up. Let me see what it looks like with a few cars in there. Alright, we're going to put we got another stripe over here on this side. We'll put a police car over there. He's getting his daily dose of donuts and thingamabobber here. And put him in the handicap spot over there. And put these guys down here like that. And put this guy at the gas pump over here like that. And if I had my tanker truck in here, I'd put my tanker truck in there too. Oh, I do have it right here. Yeah. Alright. And so there's the tanker truck. So there'll be the deal that goes into the ground somewhere over here. And I'll have a no parking thingamabobber right there. And in the back here, I'll have maybe a dumpster or two back here. Yeah, so this is coming along pretty nice. I don't know if there's anything else I can do here. I did paint the trim under here yellow, and the yellow I used was no name. It's just an off-brand. I think I got it at True Value, or not True Value, but Ace Hardware. Anyhow, I think that's coming along really nice. If you want my personal opinion. Anyhow, let me get the yellow pieces I just painted. Put them in here, and let's see what this all looks like as a starting point. So we'll be right back. Alright guys and gals, welcome to Cousin Vinny's Food and Fuel. Alright, here we go. This is looking really nice, I think. We'll give it a little spin around here. The yellow brings it out really nice, and I got my little sign up there. Oops. Nothing is glued down yet, guys, only because I'm probably going to put lights in here, which brings me to a small mail call. So now that you saw all of this, and I think this looks pretty darn good if you ask me. I just need to put the glazing in the windows, and I want to see if I can get them tinted somehow. Anyhow, that's that. We're going to do a small little mail call coming right up, and that'll be the conclusion of this video. So stay tuned, and we will be right back. Alright guys, just a short little mail call, and everything I got here is for the upper area where the auto rack facility is going to be. I got some LEDs, just plain old ordinary LEDs. These are, I believe, SM3s, I think they are. I'm not 100% sure. But they're just going to go inside the buildings for light. I also bought some of this copper tape. This is two-sided tape. One side is sticky. And I also bought, for all the Merchant Row area, I bought these lamps. And finally, I'm going to be putting, I am going to be putting some skirting on my layout. And it's about time. After 9 years, I think I deserve to put some skirting on there. Anyhow, I needed something to mark the fabric with, so I bought this fabric marker. I did buy two black tablecloths. It was cheaper to do black tablecloths than to go out and buy fabric and blah 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 and all that kind of good stuff. Anyhow, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video, and as always, your questions, comments, inputs, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951, a Vinny Vid production video, out for now.